I got in this Berkey water purifier that I ordered off of Amazon. This is, I believe, the biggest one they have. It is the Crown Berkey 6-gallon, and I'm pretty sure this comes with like all the filters. The regular filter, and then they have like an extra like fluoride and arsenic filter, I think. So I'm gonna open this up. So here's what we've got when we open it. Some bubble wrap, and it looks like the top of it is covered. Okay, actually, I'm gonna have to use 2 hands, so here's how it comes. Okay, so I lifted it straight out of the box, and then this is what we have. And oh, also, I think this came separately, but I think it was part of the same order. Yeah, these are the bigger, the fluoride and arsenic filters, but it's got this bag around it. So let's take a look. I actually have one of the smaller ones. Don't judge my kitchen over here. So this is the one I've been using, and it's just not enough for 2 people, especially one person that drinks a lot of water. But yeah, okay, so I will take this one apart and see how it looks. So I just raised it up out of the bag, and in the bottom it has this rubber thing, which is the base of it. So it's just like a stainless steel tank, and then this will be the base. Okay, so I see what's going on here. So this is the top tank, and it's just inverted and like pushed down into the bottom tank with one of these things on it. So I'm just gonna, and I think this is the lid that's stuck on the bottom of the bottom tank, so I'll pull that out. Okay, so yeah, I just pulled that straight out and then flipped it over, and so yeah, this is the top, so the top tank, and then this will be the bottom one, I believe, and then it has this inside, which is the instrument, and then looks like all the attachments, the nozzles and everything. So I will get all this stuff unwrapped and see what we got. Okay, so I just flipped it over, and then I took the lid off. It was kind of hard. I had to like pry around it to get it off. And then here's the lid. I'll just have to take this thing off. But then yeah, I wasn't expecting like all of those. My smaller one, it just had like 2 places to put filters, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, I don't have it put together, but I just stacked it, and this thing is massive. I can't remember the exact dimensions. You can look on Amazon, but I want to say it was like 13 inches in diameter, and like, that doesn't look like, is that 36 inches tall? Either way, I've got to set it on the table, and I'm about 5'5", and it comes up to my nose, so it definitely hold a lot more water than my other one. Okay, so here's what we've got. Here's the nozzle, which is pretty straightforward to put on, and I'll just have to get that attached. And then, okay, I see. So it just has 2 of the big filter elements for the water, and then if it's like my other one, these will go like underneath. We'll see how it goes. But I was like, why is there 6 holes? I guess you can put up to 6 of these in there, but it looks like it's got these pieces there to kind of stop up all the extra holes, and then this will be the piece to put on the lid for the handles. So I'll have to remember, I know I have to like, I guess, prime these, so I'll have to read and see how to do that real quick. Okay, so it did come with some instructions, and it says to start out to clean it and clean your hands. And then yeah, attach the knob to the lid. Yeah, and then prime the elements. So it'll show that on the back. Yeah, and then you just, these are really easy to just kind of screw in. Locking plugs. Okay. Seems pretty straightforward. So priming them. Oh yeah, you get this little thing and let the water run through it for a while. Okay, I will finish reading this and get everything together. So yeah, attaching the handle to the lid is super easy. It just had this with a screw in it, so I just undid the screw, and then you're just gonna stick it through this hole, and it says to hand tighten it only, so I don't need any tools. And there we go, we've got a lid. Instructions for this were a little further down, but I want to go ahead and get it installed. It's got these two things, these two rubber washers. I'm going to put one on the outside and one on the inside and twist this on the inside and hope that it doesn't leak. Okay, so here's what the element looks like, and it's got this thing on top that I'm going to take off. And it comes with this little rubber stopper thing, and you basically put it at the top here and then push this up against your faucet and then let the water run through, and you should start seeing droplets on the outside after a little bit, and then just let it run through for a little while. I think that's what it says. Cold water, fill it. Oh, only 5 seconds. Okay, so that won't be. Rinse dust. Okay. Okay, so here's what that looks like. I don't know if you can really see, but it's like, looks like the water's sweating off the side. And you have to push it up pretty tight and have your water turned on pretty low, because I've already sprayed the whole counter from having the water turned up too high. But it doesn't take too much pressure to kind of push the water through. So I'd say this one's probably about done. Okay, so I've got it ready. It's got a rubber stopper here, and then I just need to put it in there, but I'm not sure exactly which holes to put it in since I only have 2. I'm wondering if I need to buy more. Because I'm really tempted. I want to put one in the very middle, but since I have 2, I think I may put one on either side. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Okay, so we've got one installed there, and I just, to install it, I just flipped it on its side and then just put it on through there. So now I will prime and do the other one. So the second one is primed and installed. I've got a little bit of OCD. It's kind of bothering me that I can't like directly offset them because of the number of holes, but it's fine. I won't ever see this once it's set up. So I've got those 2 in, and then I'll put the plugs in all the other ones just to fill all of these other holes. They're pretty straightforward. It just has one of these things that twists off, and then it's got 2 rubber washers. One will go on one side, one will go on the other side. And tighten it. I assume this is the way these are supposed to go, with this end sticking from the inside out. So I've got the washers on, and then I just need to screw all of these onto each of them. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, so got them all on, and now if I didn't have these extra elements, just stack this up on there, put the lid on, fill it up with water, and should be good to go. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna take these and actually attach them to those black filters because they fit underneath there. So I'm gonna read the instructions on this. Okay, so here are the instructions. And just FYI, it says this is good for fluoride, arsenic, and other heavy metals. I don't know, I just got it to be safe just because I do some research in wastewater treatment and I don't trust the water, so I figure the more filtered the better. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward like the other ones, except for this one, it's got 2 ends, and so you run it through for 20 seconds, going through one end, flip it over, run it through 20 seconds on the other end. And I remember some reviews said that it would leave, these I think would leave some white stuff in the water, but I don't think it's like dangerous, so I'm just gonna run them through quite a bit and see. And then yeah, the installation, you just screw it onto the bottom end of the black filter on the inside. And the only thing I'm a little bit confused about is it says remove the stickers. With blue caps in place, remove the stickers and watch the exterior. And I'm not sure exactly what the stickers are. They each have like this plastic wrap on the outside, but it says something about the flow arrow. So if I take this off, then the flow arrow's gone. But I'm gonna go ahead and take it off because only one end, when you take these blue caps off, has a threaded end. So it really can only go one direction. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these plastic stickers off and then wash the outside of these and then prime them and then put them in. So yeah, these blue caps, you can just kind of pull them out and then you can see that this end has the threading, and then let me see if I can do this with one hand. You don't need that cap anymore anyway. And then you can see this end isn't threaded. So I'm just gonna do the same thing as last time, put one of these brown things up against the faucet and push this up against it and let the water rise. So this one's done. I can't really show you doing it with one hand, but yeah, whenever you put it up there, once you get it sealed, you'll see the water coming through and then it'll be a little bit white at first and then it just kind of starts running through clear. So, okay, so I got one installed, pretty straightforward. I flipped this upside down and just screwed it on. It does say in the instructions to only go 8 rounds, and so I actually went 9 because I don't know, but yeah, so just don't screw it like all the way on, but just 8 times around. And it looks like some of the water's come out of mine and made a little bit of a mess, so maybe I should have let them drain a little bit after I rinsed them, but I don't really care. I've already made a mess, so we'll just clean it up later. So here's how you do it. You get the end with the threading and then just put it on the end of that black filter and just 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, is that even going? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, really 8, but I feel like it's not on. Like, this one's really tight. Yeah, that one's definitely on deeper. Anyway, probably good enough. And yeah, the one thing they like go overboard in the thing about like everything clean. I did wash my hands. I did try to keep everything pretty clean, but I didn't go like, when I did my first one, I was like super clean and sterile, but I don't think it's really that important unless you're using this water for something that really needs to be pure. Like, if I'm just using it for my house, so I didn't go too crazy with like keeping everything sterile, so I think it should be good enough. And what I'm gonna do is, you know, I may just let it like run through one batch and then maybe dump that batch just in case there's anything in there, and then go from there. So I will make it a mess. I guess I'll get this filled up and see how it goes. Okay, so I hadn't really thought through very well where I was gonna put it, but I think I found a good place. So this is the size of my previous one versus this is just the top tank of the other one. And you know, water's heavy, so I calculated it. This all filled up would be at least 50 pounds. Maybe double that if I have like the bottom and the top and it's filtering. Anyway, it's gonna be at least 50 pounds. So I wanna make sure it's on something sturdy. And I had a couple of ideas, but I think I'm gonna go with this. This was the one that the other one was sitting on, and then it had like a little stand. And I think that will work. I think it'll be perfect because I can keep some little containers down there to fill it. And then I can set glasses over here if I fill those. I think that, oh, it's gonna cover the light switch. But I should be able to reach. I should be able to reach behind it. We'll see. My other idea was this. I had this thing sitting over here actually. And I think, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know the weight would be dispersed, but I'm not sure if that would hold all the weight. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with this. I think this will work. Really see the size difference. So this is the travel size. I'm pretty sure it's the travel size. I think it's 1.5 gallons versus the 6 gallon one. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna put 1 gallon in just to test it out and make sure that it's not gonna leak down here. It just should be fine, but we'll just see. And yeah, like ideally I would rather have it next to the sink, but I just don't have the cabinet space next to the sink for either of these, so not that far from the sink though. It's right over there. So yeah, I'm gonna put a gallon in and see how it, okay, while I wait for that one to start filtering, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this small one and clean it out, because to be honest, I've had it for like a year and I think I've only cleaned it once. And I'm pretty sure the filters probably need to be replaced because it's been filtering pretty slow for a while. But I may go ahead and just like run some water through these, like how I primed the other one, and just see if that helps. But I had lifted the top off. Well, here's what it looks like inside the travel. It's a lot smaller space. And then, oh yeah, and whenever you filter it, you'll fill it up, and this hasn't filtered all the way, but usually there's still like a little bit of water left in here, and there's a little bit of water left in the tank after I drain this all out, and then I'll usually just like tip it over and let the rest go in just to make sure this gets like emptied out. And I'm wondering if that's why I don't think there's too much of like they talk about like a calcium buildup that you need to clean it like once a month. I guess there is a little bit of a film there, but I didn't notice it too bad down here. Like down here looks, for me not cleaning it in months, it looks pretty clean, but they do suggest like cleaning it out once a month. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this cleaned out and get it going. I'm gonna put it in one of the bedrooms so I don't have to come in the kitchen all the time and get water. Yeah, I probably should have done this a long time ago when it started running slow, because I feel like forcing the water through those filters is probably really gonna help. It's probably good to force it through. And this time I'm putting them in the dish rack to dry out so I don't get a mess everywhere. So now I'm gonna do the black filters and put it together. And yeah, okay, so yeah, this one definitely has some buildup on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and flush these and put them back in, but it's probably time to order some new ones. Okay, so this one's done, it's all cleaned up. I took it all apart, ran the water through the filters, and actually there was a film on this one. Well, maybe I didn't get it the best, but I think I got most of it rinsed off. But it was pretty clean down here, so I guess these filters are still working pretty well. Hopefully now that I've like pushed the water through, we'll see if they keep working. But anyway, okay, so I kind of lost track of time, but it's been over an hour probably, and I did go ahead and put another gallon of water in there, so I had 2 gallons, and it looks like it's drained pretty quickly, but it still hasn't drained enough to really like get a good flow coming and see if I'm gonna have any leaks. But here's how it's coming right now, so definitely not enough down there to start filling yet. So I'll put it, I mean, I guess I'll put another gallon or 2 in and just see how it goes. Okay, so it's been a couple of days actually since I installed it, and so far so good. No leaks down there. It's flowing really well. Holds a lot more water than my other one, so I'm pretty happy with it. I haven't tested the water quality or anything, which might be important for some people, but there are some videos online if you want to see that. I thought about like putting food coloring in and showing whether it actually filtered out all the food coloring, because it says it can do that, but I haven't actually tried it. Like for me, this is good enough. I mean, it's the top of the line water filter, so if my water's not clean after this, then I don't know what else to do. So, but I love it. I feel like it's gonna help me stay stocked up with water and not have to worry about having any, you know, bad stuff in it. So there we go.